You know, in life, there comes a time when consistency is key. There comes a time when continuity is important, pivotal, monumental. When you're telling a story, we need cohesion, cohesiveness. We simply need it to make sense. If characters show up in chapter one, two, three, and they're interesting characters and they catch our attention, we want those characters throughout the story. And if those characters survive, we want them in the end, if that's what the story tells. But when you give us an amazing character and then you just cut them out of the next season and we never hear from them again, only slight mentions, it leaves us feeling betrayed. It leaves us feeling like, what did we waste our time for? We know who I'm talking about. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. WrestleMania 41 ended with history. John Cena winning his 17th championship. Amazing. Childhood hero. It was great to see. I loved it. But the moment didn't have all of the aura, all of the shine, all of the magnitude it was supposed to have. Why? Because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson didn't show his face. Cena sold his soul to you, sir. And you don't show up when he breaks the record? You send Travis Scott as if that's supposed to make up for something? Travis Scott ain't got your aura. Travis Scott ain't got your history with us. If you took a poll on how many people listen to Travis Scott in that crowd, I don't think it would have even been 50%. Travis Scott is a star. He's this, he's that, but he's not The Rock. This is wrestling, baby. Dwayne, you not showing up failed us as wrestling fans. Now listen, I'm not angry. I'm underwhelmed. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed because I wanted WrestleMania to end with The Rock and John Cena standing side by side, with John Cena holding up that 17th championship. But instead, we got Travis Scott. And that was supposed to make me feel good. That was supposed to give me that feel. No freaky. It didn't. Dwayne, you messed up Cena's moment. You took away from the aura of the moment. You lucky Cena is so great. He made it work. Dwayne, you got to answer. You got to answer. We need answers. But here's the crazy part. You not showing up at Mania, I don't even want you to show up and explain yourself. I'm disappointed in you, Dwayne. I'm disappointed, Dwayne. Let's get to this shit. Now, with all of that being said, let's start the video off right. Well, on a better note. Cena, number 17, he did it. Prediction was right. It was the only way to go. That was the only way for night 2 to end. Considering we didn't see The Rock and he tried to give us Travis Scott, we needed Cena to win. It makes for a better story. It's more intriguing. It's exciting. John Cena is here to ruin professional wrestling. And I can't wait to see how he does it. Now, let's get into the show. The match of the night was the first match, the opener. Women's World Championship triple threat. The champion, Io Sky, versus the EST, Bianca Belair, versus the Eradicator, the Goon Queen herself, Rhea Ripley. Ladies, I tip my hat off to you three. That match was superb. Excellent. Banger. Certified. I'm saying it now. That match will live on in wrestling history and annals forever. You three did something amazing, and you should be proud of yourselves. You should be proud of yourselves. Luckily, The Rock didn't show up because he might have stole your thunder, but he wasn't there. Yeah, you're getting trolled this whole episode, Rock. I'm disappointed in you. But back to it. Bianca looks amazing in her maid gear that she made herself with the red and the gold. She looked great. Io loved her ring gear, and we know what Rhea does. Bianca had a good entrance. And the way this match started from beginning to end, bell to bell, like I said, the styling contrast. You had the high flyer in Io Sky. You had the powerhouse in Rhea Ripley. You had the all-aroundness of Bianca. You had the makings for such a good meal. The pot. And guess what? They gave it to us. Personally, if you ain't a fan of this match, you might just be a hater. If you walk away from this match and you don't have a respect for Bianca Belair, you a hater. Maybe a little racist. If you don't have respect for Rhea Ripley, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't got respect for Io Sky, proving that she is the women's world champion, proving that she should have never been overlooked, proving that she is one of the best women wrestlers in the world. These ladies went out. They went all out. We got spot after spots. The finish was amazing. I will get detail, but I don't want this review to be too long. It's gonna be, listen, because we got a lot to talk about. But this was match of the night. This could have ended the night if it wasn't for Cena, Mr. 17. Shouts out to all you ladies. If you haven't watched that match, go watch it. You're missing a treat. You're missing a treat. The back and forth. We got spots when we had Io and Rhea one-on-one. We had Io and Bianca one-on-one. We had Rhea and Bianca one-on-one. Every time they were in the ring together, the three of them, they were banging. Every time it was just two of them, it was banging. It was fast. It was good. Match of the night. And with that being said, Io retains her belt. Let's give it up for Io Sky. Give it up for Io Sky. It's bittersweet because I wanted Bianca to win. But like I said in my predictions, I wouldn't be mad if Io won. I just didn't think Rhea needed the belt. Great match, ladies. Great opener. You should all be proud of yourselves and your abilities. Let's move on to the next match. Sin City Street Fight. We had Damian Priest, Street King, Bisexual Undertaker, versus the Scottish Warrior, the Scottish Klepto, Drew McIntyre. Now, good match, decent match. Maybe a controversial hot take. The match didn't do enough for me. The way it was built up and it was tailored, these two men should have destroyed each other. They should have destroyed the ring. They should have destroyed the barricades. They should have just it was missing something to me. It was a brawl. Don't get it messed up. They had some cool spots. They had a spot where Drew claymored Damian into the chair. You know, they went. You know, Drew went through a table. Damian went through some tables. Some spots. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting more from them. I thought them two would have tried to put on match of the night. I thought it was really kind of cut and dry, simple. Drew picked up the win as he should have, so I'm 2 for 2. Well, I was 1 for 1. I'm trying to big up myself, but it just was missing something for me. I didn't think it was bad. It wasn't ass. It was just okay. It was okay. But more importantly, Drew picked up the win, which was what was supposed to happen, and it did. Shout out Damian. I think Damian Priest is a solid in ring competitor. I think he is a solid main event guy. Even if he never wins the belt again, I think you can throw him in there with Drew. You could throw him in there with Cena. You could throw him in there with Cody. You could throw him in there with Roman and Seth. It's believable that he can win, and it wouldn't be that much of a shocker if he did. So shout out Drew. Shout out Damian. Just for me, I wanted a little more from y'all. I wanted y'all to tear the house down. And I thought y'all would have. But overall, decent match. My pants didn't fly off. My pants didn't fly off, but it was okay. It was okay. Shout out Drew for the win. Let's move on to the next one. All right, let's get to another banger that was on the show. We have the unpredictable badass Braun Breaker, defending his belt against Penta, Cero Miedo, Finn Balor, and Dirty Dirty Dom. Maybe the most underrated match of the weekend. Between WrestleMania. It was a bangy. We had storytelling between Dom and Finn. We had Braun Breaker just tearing people apart. And we had Penta with the flash. We had this whole storyline throughout the match where it was like Dom and Finn would team up and beat up Braun, beat up Penta, but it was like which one is going to turn on who first. And the first inkling of that we had was when, if I'm not mistaken, Finn Balor had tossed Braun Breaker or Penta out the ring, and Dominic Mysterio snuck up behind him, kicked him, pushed him into the ropes, and set him up for the 619, but Finn Balor blocked it. Then we had another spot in the match where Dominic Mysterio was about to do a top rope move, and Finn cut out his legs. So we had that element. We had interference from Carlito, and he ended up getting speared through a announce table by, of course, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is a future world champion. He has it, man. He has it. Powerful, explosive. He catches your eye. He has it, man. Decent on the mic. He doesn't go on tangents. He doesn't go too far off. He sticks to his points. That's a future world champion. Penta does what Penta does. Maybe I need to rewatch the match, but I can't. Well, I remember Penta doing a dive onto everybody, but I felt like the match was more about Dom and Finn. I think Penta was there just to give the match flavor and style. Braun Breaker had moments in the match where he was just dominating and whooping ass. Penta had a couple moments like that, but Braun Breaker just, at times, it was like, he might retain, because he would just come in and suplex, spear here, clothesline here, Frankensteiner here. It was just all over the place. This match was so good. It was really good. It has replay value. And then we have the shock factor. My pick again, Dirty Dirty Dom, picking up his first Intercontinental Championship off a frog splash he hit on Finn Balor and pinned. If I'm not mistaken, wait a minute. No, he pinned Braun Breaker. I'm sorry if I got that mixed up, but I remember Dom hits a frog splash for the 1, 2, 3, and the crowd goes crazy. He gets a pop. Dom's supposed to be a heel, right? But he got the pop, man. Shout out Dom, man. It's so good to see. It gives us story. This was the right pick and the right winner because it gives us story. It gives us something to look forward to Monday Night Raw. And after, great pick, great booking, fire match. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's move on to the next one. All right. Now let's move on to the phenomenal one. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Now, I had this as low-key maybe, I said in my predictions either this one or the triple threat, would be match of the night. This match was, again, I would say I enjoyed it probably just as much as Drew and Damian, but it's probably because Drew and Damian had the street fight factor, and it's, you know, I love a good brawl. I love a good street fight. I love people going through tables and chairs and steel steps, and they didn't use no ladders and people going through ladders. I love that type of stuff. Um, Again, something was missing from this AJ and Logan match for me. The match itself was a solid match. It's AJ Styles. We don't really see AJ do stinkers. It wasn't a stinker. And then we haven't really seen Logan Paul have a bad match either. But for these two, I just wanted more out of this match. I think from a wrestling standpoint, it was a good wrestling match, but I think it wasn't enough moments. Um, it wasn't enough happening for me to remember. This match kind of just get lost in the sauce, especially with that triple threat being the marker. It was hard for any match to really get up there. That's why it's my match of the night. We'll get to Cena and Cody in a minute, and the tag team match and Randy versus mystery opponent. But this match was solid. Logan Paul picks up the win with that impressive, they call it the pulverizer. Impressive, great move. Logan Paul, it was a smooth match. AJ looked good. Logan looked good. There was a little bit of interference between Logan Paul's little lackey. He came out with some brass knuckles. But then, surprise, surprise, Karrion Kross comes out. Karrion Kross comes out and he takes the brass knuckles from the lackey and then gives them to AJ and tells AJ, man, use them. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about everything. It's about everybody. Use the brass knuckles. Get the win. AJ tosses the brass knuckles, cracks Karrion Kross, get back in the ring, get hit with the right hand, boom, get hit with the pulverizer, and Logan Paul picks up the win, 1, 2, 3. Now, reason why I remember that is because there's a story there. We have the Karrion Kross and AJ thing going on. Hopefully, this is the inkling that we are seeing more Karrion Kross. Monday Night Raw, I'm doing this on Monday. Monday Night Raw, we should see Karrion Kross. Keep that momentum going. We saw him the Monday before WrestleMania. We saw him on WrestleMania. We need to see him the Monday after. Keep that momentum. We want to keep seeing him. With that being said, solid match. I might give it a tick above Drew and Damian, but it would be below the Fatal 4-Way. So my top two matches up to this point were the Triple Threat and the Men's Fatal 4-Way. But let's move on to the next one. We have the Viper, Randall Keith Orton, in his 20th Mania. Music hits, get the crazy pop, get the music going, get the singing. We're feeling good. We're ready. Cuts a quick promo saying, this is my 20th. I'm ready to go. Whoever it is, come on out. They do a zoom in to the entrance. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Great intro, great theme song. Reminds me of my childhood when you can, as soon as a beat drops, you knows who it is. You know who music that is. He has that and he's good. He's good at that. Joe Hendry comes out, great pop. The people rocking with him, second and third. This match, quickly, I'm not going to call it a squash, but it was more or less a squash. Quick little match. It was a spot where Joe Hendry does his turnaround and Randy Orton catches him with an RKO out of nowhere. Boom! That's the highlight of the match. Randy Orton with the 1, 2, 3. He then picks up Joe Hendry, raises his hand, hits Joe Hendry with another RKO. Boom! Right? Then Randy faces away from the hard camera, does the Joe Hendry thing, right? And then throws his hands. Randy, then he does the... So, shout out Randy, 20th Mania. Randy's one of my favorites of all time. He would definitely be in my top 5. Definitely top 5 I've ever seen growing up. Love Randy Orton. I'm glad to see him on Mania still doing this thing. Like I said, the match was cool. It was more of a pop. It was about the pop. It was about the moment. It was about seeing RKO. So that match did what it was supposed to do. I'm not going to sit here and be overly critical about it because it's nothing to be overly critical about. I'll say this. I enjoyed the moment. I enjoyed, when Joe Hendry music came out. I enjoyed seeing Randy, the 2 RKOs, and then him trolling Joe Hendry. Cool. You can even, and then if Joe Hendry ever comes back, you got a storyline there, because Randy hit him with a second RKO after the match. With that being said, Cool. Shout out Randy Orton. Let's move on. All right, we have the women's tag team championships. We have the champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, versus Lyra Valkyria and a mystery opponent. And yes, the man is back. Becky Lynch, one of the greatest women wrestlers ever, one of the most accomplished ever, one of the four horse women, is back. And honestly, again, I don't think this match was necessarily something to write home about, but I think this match was good. We got some high. Anytime Becky got a tag, it was high energy, high spots. We saw Becky pull out some moves. She hit this one like it was kind of like a sunset flip onto Raquel Rodriguez. It was a really cool move. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have many notes about this match. I think it was just more about the moment of Becky Lynch. It's like I said, wrestling is not necessarily always about the match quality. It's about the moments. It's about the characters. It's about the personality. It's about giving us something that we can remember. And we remember hearing Becky's music. We remember seeing Becky come out. We remember, as I get to the finish, Bailey. Oh yes, quick little side note since I said that. Man, Bailey should have definitely been on Mania. I still will stick by the fact that Bailey and Lyra could have had a banger at Mania for the Intercontinental Championship. Even though I'm happy to see Becky back, it's Becky Lynch. She's gonna get a pop. She would have got a pop if it was on a Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. But shout out Becky for getting that pop on that big stage. She's earned that. She's one of the greatest. Becky hits a manhandle slam on Liv for the 1-2-3. Now Becky and Lyra are the new women's tag team champions. Surprised by me, wasn't expecting that. If I knew that Becky was returning, that would have probably been my pick. Lyra is 2-belt Lyra now, which is interesting because her 1 belt is an afterthought. So I hope that the women's tag team championships don't become an afterthought. I hope that the IC title doesn't get pushed back further out of the spotlight. Because Lyra's a dope wrestler, man. And shout out Lyra for getting her first WrestleMania and her first win. But Lyra's too dope to be hidden. So I hope that this tag team with Becky, she gets more screen time, she gets more match time, her IC title, hopefully that becomes important. I'm here for a Bailey heel turn. I keep saying Bailey. I'm here for a Becky heel turn, which could possibly lead to a feud for the IC title, which would be dope, which would give that title reverence, give it some respect, but shine a light on it. Because as we know, big time Bex, she know what it takes. So I just hope that with Lyra winning, we can start seeing Lyra more and start seeing that IC title more. Last thing I'm going to say, Liv deserves better, man. Liv took the pin. Liv deserves better, man. She deserves better this year than what happened to her at Mania. With that being said, I'll probably have more opinions on the match once I give it a rewatch. If y'all want to see me, rewatch these matches and give my new thoughts, I'll do that as well. Because it's about content. Push these videos out. With that being said, let's move on to the main event. In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. Don't want to say too much because I don't want it to get copyrighted. Even though I ain't making no money off this yet. It's okay. Man. Here we go. WWE Undisputed Championship. John Cena. The GOAT. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Versus the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes. John Cena music hits. He gets a pop. And he comes out. Nothing flashy. No lights. No pyro. No video of hackage. It's literally just his name everywhere. It's just John Cena's name is down the entrance. His name is on the Videotron. It's on the Titantron. And he just walks out. Same music, but it's all black. He walks out slow, puts the last time is now behind his head and just walks. About business. It's not about us. Not about the fans. It's not. It's about business and becoming the last real champion. Now, when it comes to entrances, Cena, he had that aura. It's Cena's last entrance, so we felt good about it. But one thing Cody Rhodes did have, I could say it now because Mania is over. Cody's entrance was fire. Cody's entrance was fire. He had dirt bikes. He came out. He had this fire mask, and then it opened up like the Iron Man mask. He had the jacket on. The color scheme on his pants was tough. Cody was looking like an undisputed champ. He was looking like a main eventer. I give Cody that. But the boy was looking spiffy. He was looking spiffy. But that's all he's getting. He's not getting nothing else for the rest of the match. Let's get back to it. Number 17, Mr. 17, the GOAT, John Cena. All right. Bell rings. Filling out process. The collar elbow tie up. Cody gets the upper hand real quick. Cena rolls out the ring. Real heelish. I really enjoyed the heel work of Cena in this match. I feel like he's been waiting to do this a long time, and I think he's prepared for it. This isn't Cena of a couple years ago where his athleticism has declined, certain things has declined, but the character work and the storytelling is peak. And that's what this match is. This match is not a technical masterpiece. This match is not match of the night. Partly because, yes, the in-ring work compared to the other things of the night isn't up to par, but also wrestling's about moments, and we didn't get that moment of The Rock. If we got that moment of The Rock, we wouldn't even care about the quality of the match because all we will remember is the moment. Hogan and Andre, we don't remember the match. We remember the moment. It's about the moment. We don't remember Hogan and The Rock. We just remember the match. We just remember the names. We remember that marquee. We remember them standing there doing the poses after the match. That's what we remember. Hogan holding up The Rock's hand. We remember the moments. It's about the moments more than anything. And again, WWE, you missed out on a moment. Dwayne. If I ever meet The Rock, listen, I'm going to shake his hand. But as I'm shaking his hand, I'm going to be like, you supposed to be there at WrestleMania 41. You know that, right? As soon as I shake his hand, I'm like, you supposed to be there at WrestleMania 41. Anyway, Cena does good heel work in this match. A couple of times when Cody got the upper hand, he grabbed the ropes, telling Cody, get off me, get off me. He rolled out the ropes. He rolled out the ring a couple of times, walked around, gathered the game plan. And then Cena proceeds to dominate actually most of the match. Like I said, it wasn't really like a bunch of high spots. Cena did do this nice little tilt-a-whirl DDT. That was really nice. But a lot of big punches and big shoulder tackles and things of that nature. But we got a couple of cool spots. We got one spot where Cena did a AA off the second rope. Cody kicks out. Cody kicked out of like 3 AAs. They made Cody look really strong. I think the second AA was off the second rope, but then he hits a third AA. But instead of pinning him, he goes to the STF. Cody gets out of that, breaks out of the STF. Then Cody starts to do a comeback. He starts to work, just in the third. But then Cena ends that. Cena does this spot where he did his 5 moves of death, shoulder tackle, real slow, shoulder tackle. He was lackadaisical, another shoulder tackle, lackadaisical. Did the spinning, what you call it, a backdrop where where he does the boom. Then he puts his hand up, does this. He takes too long. Cody reverses it. Cody starts doing a comeback, starts doing his thing. Cena gets back control. And then we get to a spot where they're both laying down in the ring. Then the music that should have hit was If You Smell What The Rock is Cooking. But instead, we get Come Outside for the Night. Granted, Fiend is a solid song. I enjoy it. But you hear Fiend, 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 Fiend. That's it. I want to get copyrighted. Travis Scott comes out, and I wasn't upset at first because I'm like, okay, The Rock's music is about to come right after. Travis starts to walk down the entrance. No Rock. Then he gets to the bottom of the entrance, starts arguing with Cody, this, that, and the third. Then Cody turns around, hits Cena with a crossroads. Boom. 1, 2. Travis pulls the ref out. Then Cody and Travis is going at it. Bow, 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 bow. Travis gets in the ring. They get back and forth. Personally, this took me out the match. I don't really care about Travis Scott. I don't listen to Travis Scott like that. I don't get excited to see Travis Scott. That's just me. He's not really that guy for me. So I didn't really care. I think Travis Scott really messed up the moment, honestly, and it's not really his fault. It's WWE's fault. They put him in that position. Because if WWE calls me tomorrow and says, "Hey, we want you on Friday Night SmackDown," I'm going. You know what I'm saying? You call me a mark, you call me whatever you want. I don't really care. You're watching my video, so like, comment, subscribe, and share. Cody, and they're going back and forth. He swings at Cody. Cody blocks it, hits him with the crossroads, pushes him out the ring. Cody turns around. Cena runs at him. They do a tug of war with the belt. Cody grabs the belt. Cena drops down like, no, don't hit me, don't hit me. Cody drops the belt. Because you remember when John Cena said you got to choose between being a good guy and a bad guy. I'm talking kind of fast because I don't want this video to be too long. But if you're watching this, you more than likely saw it. You just want to see my opinion. And if you haven't seen it, I'm just giving you the cliff notes. Cena is pleading with Cody, don't hit me, don't hit me. On the commentary, they're saying, choose being a good guy, being a bad guy, being a good guy. Cody tosses the belt. As soon as he does that, get hits in the nuts. Cena grabs the belt, hits him with the belt. The ref gets up. 1, 2, 3. Mr. 17. The moment is amazing. Cena's last Mania. Shout out Cena for all the years, all the memories, all the moments. Thank you for being part of the childhood. You know, all that. So happy to see Cena win number 17. He already is going to be in history forever, but now he's going to go down in history as the winningest champion ever. Shout out Ric Flair for holding that record for so long. But, you know, if you ask Ric Flair, he's got like 23. So, you know. But, you know, WWE always rewrites its own history anyway. So, it's Cena. With that being said, like I said, the match wasn't a technical masterpiece. I wouldn't even call it a classic. I think Cena winning the belt is the moment. But WWE missed out on a bigger moment because The Rock wasn't there. Dwayne. With that being said, like I said, I'm not angry. I'm not pissed off. I don't think the whole Mania is trash because of that. We just missed out on that moment, that iconic moment, man. We missed it. That'll never come again. We'll never see that again. That even that opportunity for that to happen, it's not gonna happen. So, but I don't think that the whole Mania was a wash. Like I said, I enjoyed Gunther, Jey Uso, Charlotte, Tiffy, the triple threat between Seth, Punk, Reigns was masterful. That was the classic. We were supposed to get 2 iconic moments. We only got one with night 1. The triple threat between Bianca, Io, Rhea. Hats off to you. Hats off to Roman, Punk, Reigns, Paul Heyman. I'm still excited about that. That is ridiculous, man. It's just the moment. I was watching my stream. I was just watching like that moment, just my reaction to it. Oh man, that's what wrestling is about. Wrestling is about the moments, and we got one with night 1, and we missed out on it with night 2. Overall, I enjoyed WrestleMania weekend. I enjoyed Stand and Deliver. My review for Stand and Deliver will be coming as well. Night 1 of Mania was solid. Night 2 was solid. Overall, I thought WrestleMania was solid. We got some good matches. We had some cool moments. We got Becky's return. We got some banger of matches. We have to wait and see if we have some classics in the triple threat with the women, the triple threat with the men. You know, that fatal 4-way might be a low key one. You know, we got some things in there, man. Race Phoenix and Chad Gable was valid. Let me see what else. Like those matches stand out to me. Like I said, Jey Uso, Gunther, Charlotte, Tiffy, the triple threat, Rollins, Reigns, Punk, the triple threat, Bianca, Io, Rhea. Yeah, man. So ultimately, that is my review of WrestleMania 41 2025. Overall, solid weekend. I walked away a little bit underwhelmed, and I think that moment is clouding a little bit of my judgment and my excitement. But when I think about the weekend as a whole, it was a success. NXT night one, night two, even with it was a success because with Cena winning, that was the goal, and we accomplished that goal. Cena, number 17. Let's not allow The Rock to take away from Cena, man. Number 17. Let's not forget Paul Heyman and what everything Paul Heyman did. Let's not forget Jey Uso winning. Let's not forget Tiffany and Charlotte. Let's not forget the triple threat, Bianca, Io, Rhea. So overall, I enjoyed myself. And at the end of the day, when I watch wrestling, that's all I want to do is enjoy myself. I just want to be entertained. And did WrestleMania 41 entertain me? Yes, it did. Shout out to every wrestler on the card, everybody in the back. Shout out to all the production. I'm saying this like they about to see this. Either way, I appreciate everybody over at WWE providing content and entertainment and giving us this art form that we all love. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know your thoughts on WrestleMania night one, night two. Let me know The Rock showing up. Was it okay? Was it not? Was it a letdown? Were you just so excited about Cena you didn't care? Let me know your thoughts about each match. Let me know your thoughts about everything. Let me know your thoughts about Tiffany retaining, Io retaining. Let me know your thoughts about Jey Uso. Let me know your thoughts about Cena. Any match, let me know, man. Let's have these conversations. Let's talk about it. With that being said, thank you for your time. Peace and love to all. I bid you a